Hi, Nalla, welcome to the show. And to all our viewers, today I have a new person with me in the studio, and his name is Nallakaruppan. Hi, Nalla, welcome.
Yeah, hi, Craig. Yeah.
So thank you for being here with us. And of course, I'd just like to introduce a little bit about Nalla. He is going to be a candidate for Progress Singapore Party, and he's also the party treasurer. He's the guy that handles all the money. Okay, good. So today we are not here to talk about politics really. We are just here to find out a little bit more about Nalla on a personal basis. So he has, I believe he has prepared some pictures to share with us, right?
Yes.
Great, looking forward to that. And at the same time, like I said, we may go a little bit into politics, but the main purpose is to find out more about Nalla. So can I just check with you, Nalla, were you born in Singapore?
Oh, yes. I'm born, bred, and probably one day will be buried in Singapore as well.
Okay. So where were you born? At home or at the hospital or where?
I was born in KK Hospital.
Oh, like most Singaporeans,
yes,
KK
correct.
Hospital. Yeah. So where were you growing up after you were born? I mean, as a child, where were you?
Yeah, I used to live in Katong.
Oh, in the east, in Katong,
okay. All the way still in the east as well.
Oh, I mean, it's like that, like you grew up in that area, right? You are used to that place. You don't want to, like I have a friend, he last time stayed Woodlands, then he moved to Pasir Ris, no? He said he want to die, no? So the friend, all the kawan all stay in Woodlands.
Yeah.
So he's Watan only straight away, he moved back to I can understand how it was. So which primary school did you go to?
I studied at Haig Boys School, which was just near my home. It's about 10 minutes walk from my home.
Oh, so you don't have to take bus. It's good. I also used to walk to school.
Yes.
And then, the bad habit, for me anyway, live so near to school, but still late. I don't know whether it's only me or not. I mean, we have friends who have to take school bus or public bus. They're on time. The ones stay nearest one go to school a bit. So you mentioned about kindergarten. What
I
was
studied at St. Hilda's Kindergarten,
okay.
Which was about, can I say maybe about 20 minutes walk from my home.
Wow.
So my parents, because I'm the only child, so they still...
You're the only child?
Only son. Only son in the family. Only son. Yeah.
Spoiled brat. He's the only son.
Yeah.
I thought he was the only child.
Yes.
Okay,
then, we have this bus transport to pick me up. But for me, I'm quite a bit more the active and a bit more the mischievous one. I will not normally like to take the transport. I will just run home.
Are you really? At a young age?
Yeah.
You mean no one bring you to kindergarten? You go by yourself and come back by yourself?
No, going time, no choice. But from home to kindergarten, yes.
Who will bring you?
Huh?
Who will bring you?
No, we have the transport.
The
coming back. Coming back. I don't wait for a transport. I just run back home.
Then how the bus until
so we have those security fellas will come and catch me and then
and force you to walk the bus. They must have managed to do once or twice. After that, they know your pattern. Nalla better tangkap the followers and bring. Okay. So you're quite boisterous, in your young days.
Young days because we're quite active in the sense that we can mix around with people, and also we play all types of game. Last time the old days, rounders, goncang, hantam bola, kuti, the cards, catch spider, the rainbow fish.
How old are you now? I mean, roughly.
I give you a hint. You have the pioneer generation, right? And then you have the Merdeka generation. I belong to the Majula generation.
What this?
Majula,
is there such a generation?
I just created one.
Okay.
Majula, born in the 60s, in the year of the dragon.
Also, you're 64 lah.
Wow, excellent.
The year 64, right? Yeah, because I know because I'm 63. I still 1 year older than you, no?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. So then, primary school, primary one, Haig Boys, you were saying.
That's right.
So what good memories do you have when you were at Haig Boys?
The thing in the sense that we had a good time, and also, I actually last time when I was young, I'm a bit smaller size. But I'm still the active sort, so I play all types of games, hockey, soccer, and all that. When I joined the Haig Boys School, the hockey team, the hockey stick was almost 3/4 this thing.
Almost as tall as you. Also, you were quite petite lah.
I was smaller size and a bit on the skin.
But now quite normal or even more than normal actually. So you grew in spurts
That has only happened, I think, my late secondary days.
So from Haig Boys, you went.
Then I went over to Dunman. Dunman Secondary is also even nearer. That one I can recess. I can come home to eat recess at the time.
Really?
So even nearer, and then
Okay, okay.
and then but it's very convenient, like, and also the school. Also, I was in the school hockey team as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So maybe we should look at some of the
Sure,
pictures that
sure,
you have
sure.
shared with us, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's your family photo.
Yes.
Okay, so that's mom and dad.
Yes.
And who else?
And then
You're the one in the center, lah.
Yes, correct.
Oh, and how many sisters do you have?
I have 4 sisters.
Wow.
Yes. I mean, this was the earlier days, and the average. I mean, my family size is 5 of us. So this is the normal average family size.
Correct.
And the difference in age between my elder sis and myself is 17 years.
Wow. So what? You are accident?
No. This one is this thing. Okay, for Indian custom is normally for family, we still need a boy. If not for any other thing, is when we cremate the person, the person to light up the funeral pyre must be a boy. After my 4 sisters, once I came out, factory closed. Yeah.
Okay, so what? But it was quite. That means the gap from your 4th sister was how many years?
17 years difference. So what happened is
not the elder sister, the last sister.
Last sister, no. The last sister is 3.5 years.
Or 3.5 years.
So the funny thing was, when my elder sister got married, I was only 3 years old. So my brother-in-law was carrying me.
Oh, so they thought got baby already. Okay.
Yeah.
So who's the guy in the other person?
That's my uncle. My dad's family. He's the eldest in the family, and then they got one more uncle, and then he's the younger one.
I see. So your dad came from India, lah?
Yes.
So your mom too, lah?
Yes,
Did they marry here or would they?
No, they married in India, and in fact, my family of 5, 3 of them were born in India, and only me and my 4th sister were born here.
Oh, your older sisters were born in India.
That's right. Which
part of India is your family?
It's in southern part of India.
In Tamil Nadu?
Yes.
Which
the
particular
state,
town? The state of
so
Tamil Nadu.
my village name is Nallakaruppan. It's actually a farmland where they will grow. They have paddy fields and all that. Yeah.
So you still have relatives there?
I have, but now a lot of them, lost time. But 2 of my sisters are still in India.
Oh, your sisters, so they were Indian nationals because they were born in India?
Born there, and then they studied there. So my parents were here, so they actually studied in the hostel, and then
your sisters didn't come over?
They come visiting, but they were, that's why, so we are a family of 7 of us, and we never had an opportunity to sit at one dinner table together to eat.
Oh, I see. Also, I see. So when your parents came, or your dad came first, then after that your mom came later.
Yes.
And then, but your 2 sisters were already studying in India because they were in schooling age.
Yes,
and they were studying in the hostel.
They continue, and then the relatives.
That's why there's only 3 of you in this picture, with the other 2 sisters.
Yes. We never had the opportunity to be together, all together, to take even one shot.
Now should have what?
I mean now, but my parents
but
already.
in those days,
yes.
So what did your dad do when he was in Singapore?
My dad actually, I really respect my dad because his dad passed away when he was only 14 years old.
Oh, you mean your grandfather, lah?
Yeah, my grandfather. So I mean, he's quite a bright person. He studied very well. He was a top, like what we call A levels, the middle levels. He was a top student.
Your father?
But then the thing is that they don't have the money to continue.
Oh, because your grandfather died passed away.
So then he had to look for work, and then he started work in a bank, Indian bank, at a young age. Even then also, last time, the old days in India, you want to get a job, you need to pay a deposit. So you need to go and borrow money to pay the deposit.
Serious?
Yes. Those days.
Oh my gosh.
So he started in the bank from the lowest level, from a clerk. And then through sheer hard work and diligence, he rise up all the way, and then he came over to Singapore in the 1940s.
So what made him come to Singapore in those days?
Yeah, those days, you want to come from India to Singapore, you got the Chidambaram ship, and it takes 9 days. Sailing from there. He was in Malaysia as well for some time, and then after that he came over to Singapore. Then he rose all the way from a clerk all
You
the way.
also working in a bank in Singapore?
In the bank, all the same bank. The same bank.
The same bank sort of send him over.
They come over.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
yes,
Which
yes.
bank was he working
Indian
for?
Bank. Indian Bank. The one now is still there in the Almeida Street.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So what your dad rose to what
To,
rank?
is the highest level for local is last time they call it the sub manager. That means normally the general manager will come from India. And the locals will be the highest rank that you can achieve is what we call the sub-manager.
Oh, so your dad became the sub-manager
of Indian Bank.
I see, I see. So your mom is a housewife or
yes,
was she
yeah, she's a homemaker.
homemaker?
Yes, yeah.
Also, your dad came first, and eventually your
Then
mom came.
yeah, even when he come over, he supported his family because he got two younger brothers.
Wow,
The one,
he's the eldest. You were saying, right?
So the one you see, that's the youngest.
Oh.
So after that, he brought them over also.
Oh.
So all
Are
the
they
other
here
two,
still,
yeah,
your
they are here,
uncles?
but they were here, but they have already passed away as well. Yeah,
Oh, so
yeah.
but their family,
Yeah,
your
their
cousins
families
all
are,
are still keep in touch now.
Yeah,
Okay,
correct,
okay.
yeah.
Oh, so your parents also passed,
All passed away already.
Oh,
Yes,
I see. Wow, but you handsome, you got full head of hair, no? What happened?
Now maybe because after joining Progress Singapore Party,
Cannot be like you just joined only last year. How can it be? Because I see like your father got. Okay, like you take after your dad lah.
Yeah.
It is hereditary lah.
Yes, it looks like.
Because you're young that time, full head of hair lah.
Yeah.
Okay. So all right. Okay, let's look at your next picture. Oh, this was your school days playing.
Hockey.
This was primary or
secondary school.
Secondary
In Dunman Secondary. I was still relatively smaller size. And the hockey stick maybe in primary school was 3/4, maybe dropped to half.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I must have had a fun time also lah.
I'm quite an active person. I love sports.
So besides hockey, what else
I
did you
play soccer. I'm also an athlete, a cross-country runner.
So nowadays still got exercise.
I do.
But I must say you're still in quite good shape.
I do walking now because I used to run marathons.
Wow.
Yeah, marathon runner, but then
full marathon or half
full
marathon?
marathon.
42 kilometers one.
42.195.
Power lah. Because you know one of your PSP colleagues that I interviewed as well, right? Is Lu Ki Hong. He also run 10 marathons, you know. The Standard Chartered Marathon. And who's the other one? The Dr. Ang also run marathon.
That's great. Yeah.
Wow, you all should form a running club.
Yeah.
But I cannot run because I'll cause tremors in Singapore.
No.
Okay, wonderful. Let's see what's the next picture you have lined up. So that means from Dunman, then you went to JC or?
I studied at Temasek Junior College. That also is in the east. That's the one and only junior college at those days.
So generally, this was BMT for you lah.
This one is my national service, so I went to ITD, and this is the first time the ITD shifted back to Tekong, Pulau Tekong.
Always. In case for those of you who don't know what it's called, ITD is Infantry Training Depot. And there was one, what's the other one that was at Nisun?
SBMT.
SBMT, School of Basic Military Training.
Yes.
Is it still available?
Yes, it's still there
around,
Nisun, yes.
So they moved to Tekong. So you're the first batch to go to Tekong.
Go back to Tekong, and then we got to meet up at Changi Point.
Changi Point to
and
take
then
the
take
ferry.
No, now got ferry. Last time I ran powered liner. They use for the tank
The
and vehicles.
LST,
Yes.
Use LST.
Right.
Now aircon, like those like go Batam, Bintan, all those.
Going for a tour like that.
All the like wimps our soldiers. Okay, I was just kidding. So okay, from there then after that where were you sent to?
Then after that,
where is this?
This is in Brunei. I was there as a perm staff for 7 months. My vocation was signals.
So are you an officer or other rank?
No, as an NCO.
NCO lah.
Yeah, that's right.
So how long was your national service?
2.5 years.
2.5 years.
Yeah.
So you never sign on?
No. I just that was fun. Brunei was really, the foliage is so thick.
Yes.
So normally for overseas troops, that's the only place there's no night training, because when you go into the jungle, it's so pitch dark. You put your hand down there at night, you can't see.
So did you eat like monitor lizard, snake, whatever?
We have seen snakes, and then even you got the leeches and all that. The leeches, when you go through the leeches, you can't just pull out the leeches. You got to use a lighter to burn off or let it feed until full.
Then you
drop off. When you pull out, your patch of skin also goes off. Yes, that's right.
Wow, what an experience, huh?
Yeah.
So after this, you went on to university, lah?
That's right.
So where were you studying?
I did accountancy at the National University of Singapore.
I see. So is there a photo of that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's you receiving
That's
your...
right. This is my convocation in 1988 when I got it. The unique thing about this was what happened was, you know, when you normally go and collect your scrolls, right?
Yes.
They will line us up and all
Yes,
that.
yes.
So I was a chatty type of person. So I was talking to my classmate, and then what happened was I was supposed to be here, and there's a lady this thing behind me. But end up after talking, I went behind her.
Oh.
So they will go by the nominal role, no?
Yes,
So so you know, normally when at the time of announcing at the stage, the person goes out. So I remember I was behind that lady, but I was supposed to be in front of her. So when they announced my name, she already was walking towards it already to collect.
She's so blur, she never even realized they are not calling her name.
No, because normally before they call her name already, they start walking on the stage. Yeah. So she went to collect the scroll, but they realized the mistake already. It's supposed to be not me, you know. So then after that, anyway, they gave her the scroll and I exchanged with her later. But then after they called again my name.
So but then what about her? Her name was not announced, right?
Yeah, I mean, then after that, I think they realized and they
went another time.
No. Then after that, when I go and collect my degree scroll, they announced my name again. So I am the chatty type. Then I pointed, I got 2 degrees. So normally for convocation is quite serious type one. So you see from the photograph, maybe you can't see it so clearly, so the professors at the back and all that started laughing. So that's a memorable photograph where when I said I got 2 degrees.
So you also like your father, like you see your father very smart, right?
Oh yeah, and so he's also the active type.
Don't fall too far from the tree, you know.
That's why also he is balding, I'm also balding.
So did your dad do a degree or whatever in his
no
chance?
No, I mean that's the thing, he got the degree of life lah.
Degree of life, okay. So you got the good genes lah, your father's genes. You say he's very good at studies and everything, right?
That's right.
So you're a straight A student or what?
No, actually I'm more the playful type.
But still can make it to university, that means good lah.
So I'm the last minutes, but somehow make it lah.
Okay. Let's look at your next picture. This is a proud moment for the family lah.
So this is my thing when we went to the studio to take, and that's my dad, myself, my 3rd and 4th sisters.
The ones that were here, born in Singapore lah.
Yes, not only my 4th sister. My 4th sister was born in Singapore. My 3rd one was also born in India. So
but
3 of my sisters.
Yeah,
she was here.
And the other 2,
the other 2 are in India. Because they're married, settled down, they have their children of their own already.
I see. How come mom is not in this picture?
Mom already then passed away already.
By that time mom already passed away.
That's right.
Okay.
And then also there's a story to it. When we are taking this shot at the studio, then we can go on to the next photograph. So what happened is spontaneous. My dad, my dad. So he took my motorboard and said, although I don't have a degree, but I have a degree in life. So he took my motorboard and put it on.
You should have lent him your gown also.
You're right. So I mean, I respect. These are people who really went to the rough and tumble of life, to come up.
They graduated from the school of hard knocks.
Correct.
Okay. So I mean, like your dad is also passed on.
Passed on also. That's right.
Recently or?
No, about now 31 years already.
Wow, that means he passed away quite
young. Quite young. Because you see, when I came out, he is already 40 plus already.
So he passed away 60 plus.
He passed at the age of 67. My mom passed away at the age of 63.
I see. But in today's context, he's still considered quite young.
Those earlier days, maybe now Singapore longevity is about 84 and a half years. Those days, talking about 60 plus to 70.
I see. Okay, what's the next photo you want to share with us?
Okay, this one is in Papua New Guinea. So my first job, after graduation, I joined Ernst & Young as a tax accountant and auditor for 4 years. Then after that, I moved on to this company, Schlumberger.
Schlumberger,
it's a oil and gas exploration company, and I was a regional senior accountant working here. So one of our subsidiaries was in Papua New Guinea. So I went there to do some field audit, and then there's an interesting story to relate as well.
Yeah, please share.
Yes. So you see, in Papua New Guinea, the transportation, a lot of them they take this type of light aircraft. Down
I
there,
when I saw you, I thought you were a pilot. No?
so this light aircraft, you know, you got maybe a few passengers,
Ah.
and behind all they put coconut, everything, you know, all kind of thing.
Really?
Yeah. So it's very, then after that, the runway when they land at the, because not oil and gas when you explore and all that is at remote areas.
Yes, yes.
So the airfield is just a long grass patch only, you know.
Oh,
They land.
yeah,
And then
yeah.
I remember before landing, I thought the looked like the pilot off the engine, no, just let it glide, no.
Really?
It's quite.
Is he
interesting.
supposed to do
I
that?
don't know. I think only maybe not now. But I thought,
Oh.
you know, they take it so easily, you know, because it's they commute this way
Oh my
regularly.
God. What, trying to save some
Yeah.
fuel or what?
Yeah, I don't
Oh
know.
my, gliding in like that. Oh my, I would
Maybe
have had
not
a-
lah, maybe
I
I
would
might-
have had a heart attack, man. I tell you, my life flashed before.
Yeah, they take it very easy. And then also there's an interesting story here, is that in the sense that I think in a church, there's a church down there. The missionaries in the early days already, they went, I think, in the 15th, 16th century to those remote areas to promote Christianity and all that. And in this church, I remember there was a mural like that. Then they had some writings, a story. What happened those days? Still, these people were, you know, like man eaters like that. They
Cannibals.
Cannibals, yes. So what happened is they actually wrote out the story, and then the poor priest was cooked.
Really?
Yeah, and then they add everything up, then except one portion that they say, wow, this is the lousiest part of the human body. And then they try to, then they chuck it off. And it's actually the rubber sole of the shoe.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So those early days already, the missionaries were there to promote Christianity.
To try to promote Christianity.
Yes,
Are you a Christian?
No, I'm a Hindu.
A Hindu,
Yeah,
okay.
that's right.
Okay. Wow, interesting, man. What an interesting story. Let's look at the next picture you have. And this is?
Yeah, this one I joined is Marina Junior Chamber, is a youth leadership organization, and I was the president of Marina Junior Chamber. And this is one of our social activities we organize for the less privileged children, artwork and all that at Parkway Parade. We had it.
So you organized. What
Yeah.
was this? What was this?
It's a children art competition.
Art competition.
Yeah,
so
that's
winning
right.
prizes and for
Yes,
the less
yes,
underprivileged.
Correct.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. What, you were the
I was the president. That's right.
Oh,
of
I
the
see.
chapter.
Oh, so at that time you're already involved in social and community
Yeah,
work.
yeah. In fact, prior to that, after I graduated, I was a volunteer for the movement for the intellectually disabled.
Oh, they call MINDS, is it?
Minds, that's right. Yeah,
MINDS,
that's right. I was there for 5 years, and I just feel, it's not also easy on the kids, but you call them kids, but they could be something like 30 plus and all that.
Because their mental development is...
So I just feel, not easy on the parents or their siblings to look after is for them, because their mental development may not, depending on the range, some are more functional and all that. So I really feel Singapore context, I think a lot more support need to be given for this.
So you have a compassionate heart,
Yes,
my friend.
correct.
Okay. So let's move on. Let's see what's the picture you have. The next one. What?
Okay.
Hey bro, you serious? You answering two telephone at the same time? Business must have been booming, man. Where is this? Or what is this?
I mean, my first job was in Ernst & Young, then followed by Schlumberger, oil and gas equipment, and then altogether 6 years after graduation, and then I joined stockbroking at the age of 30, and lo and behold, now is already 26 years. So it's a quarter of a century already. And I've seen so many market cycles from the Asian market crash, and
the financial
followed by the dot-com bust, and the SARS. Like now you have the COVID. Last time we had the SARS.
Yes.
And then after that, followed by the global financial crisis, and now the COVID crisis.
One crisis after
another.
We have seen them all.
So all I can say is, no matter what, human nature, we are quite resilient. We adapt and move on. So this will be one of the crises only, but we will emerge stronger again. So we will overcome this COVID as well.
Which stockbroking firm were you with?
I was with DBS Securities. Originally
now
was
it's called
DBS
Vickers, right?
Securities, and then I just moved on to because of restructuring. This is another issue because of the gig economy. The intermediary role has all been impacted. So then after that, I just about half a year ago, I moved on to Lim & Tan Securities.
Lim & Tan?
That's right. Because I did restructuring in DBS Vickers Securities. This is a big issue now, especially among the PMETs. Those 40s to 50s, a lot of job displacement.
So what, all because of Sika again?
No, not Sika. This one is because of the technology. The role of the middleman role has been impacted. So a lot of companies then they want to manage, especially the banks and all that. They feel maybe this is not their business model. So they had the restructuring and all that. And then for half a year ago, I moved on
because
to
a lot of them are using AI and all
that.
things
Yeah, and then self-directed. They can do it on their own as well. It's normally our clients who have been with us for a long time. They still prefer to talk to a human.
So seeing you in this sort of environment reminds me of that show Wall Street, starring the Michael Douglas.
Yes. Yeah.
Greed, for lack of a better word, is good, right?
Yes,
Something that he said. So it was tearing up companies, making money.
Correct.
Wow, those were the heady days,
Yes.
So your phone must have been ringing non-stop, man. In
the
those
good
days.
old days, yes. Nowadays, once in a while, I could check whether my phone working or not.
Oh man. Because they want to place order, they don't have. That means you all have become like don't need you all anymore.
And then, so the business model has changed. I mean, you still have a segment of the population who have been taught like you are my broker. I've been talking to Craig all these years. So I still feel comfortable.
Right.
So the relationship and the trust that we built.
Yes.
But then, the business model has gradually evolved, and now more and more people are doing on their own. But still, some of them value our services and
more
our
old
advice,
school one, is it?
and they feel more comfortable talking to a human rather
than to a machine or
that's
whatever.
Right, that's right.
Okay. Well, but you must. I mean, it's 20 more than 25.
26 years, a quarter of a
26
century, slightly over quarter of a century.
Okay. Wow. So you, at what? I mean, now you're with this Lim and
Tan Securities for half a year, slightly over half a year.
Okay. I hope you're having fun there, lah.
Okay, lah. I mean, this is in my blood, lah.
So you are what? I mean, you're like manager or more director?
No. I'm an investment specialist. That means I deal for the clients, and also I manage my own small fund for my investments.
So do you focus more on stocks and shares, or do you go into futures, or you can do everything?
Basically, more on equities and also maybe some fixed income bonds and all that.
Bonds and things like this. Okay. Wow, not easy. As the market conditions change, you have to adjust.
This is a thing also for Singapore in the sense that this is one example. There are many like that. Many jobs have been displaced because of the gig economy.
Right.
Now more so with the COVID-19.
Yeah.
Even more, you're talking about more than 100,000 odd jobs displaced, and you're expecting even more. So this is one area that I think, as a party, we really want to look after this group of people.
People have been displaced.
Yes, that's right.
So you were mentioning that many people have been displaced because of changing work environments or technology and everything. So it's either you
have to evolve.
You have to evolve. That's a word that PSP is using.
Evolution.
You are looking for an evolution. Evolution means change, not revolution. I always tell people revolution got blood, bullets and tears.
Correct.
So we are not asking for that evolution of change.
Correct.
So that's one thing. The incumbent a bit resistant to change.
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, as I said, this is not a political thing. We're just finding out a bit more. So what's the next photo you have after here? Let's see what's coming up. Oh my! So you got somehow making all that money in between. You got time to get married, lah.
Oh yes.
And you forgot to bring your wedding photo.
I have my family photo, lah.
Oh, you have a family photo. Didn't show the wedding photo, lah. That's what I was wondering. I thought you didn't get married. Also, you got married. When were you married?
I was married in 1987.
97.
That was in the brink of the Asian financial beginning of the Asian financial crisis.
Okay. So this is your first child?
This is my first child, and
look quite serious. What happened to her?
She was born 7 months premature.
Oh, she was a premature baby.
So the story behind is actually we had twins.
Oh.
One boy and a girl. So normally twins you expect smaller size, that's okay. So at the 20th week when they did the scan, they said, hey, the one, if you look at the one back, it's okay. The fetus is okay, and smaller, but it's okay. But the one is not growing so well. But then at that time, it was just we don't know all this kind of this thing.
Right.
Then they call it IUG. It's called IUGR, intrauterine growth retardation.
Wow.
So the fetus was not. So we were doing normally for pregnancy, the scan is normally or maybe we'll do 3 or 4 scans only
Yes,
normally before I deliver.
until the full.
So we were doing like every few days scans.
Wow.
Because sometimes my wife say, hey, I cannot feel the
Feel the-
heartbeat or what, so you got to rush to
Oh.
KK. Another thing I want to say is, if you got a normal delivery, you can deliver in any hospital. But if you have some complication, the best hospital in my view is definitely KK hospital. They have the manpower, they have the resources, and they really care.
The experience also,
yes,
like, because
that's right.
they
have
deal
done
with so many
yes,
cases.
correct,
huh?
correct,
Yes,
correct.
KK has set the record for delivering the most
Correct,
babies in
correct,
the world.
correct,
I mean, like that, right?
correct, yeah.
Oh wow. So
she was 7 months. She was only her birth weight was 730 grams.
Oh.
Yeah, so when you wear the diaper, normally kids probably slightly above the waist.
waist,
This one up to the
chest,
like
oh
the sarong
my
like that.
goodness.
So
Then what happened to the other twin?
the other twin passed away at the 6
Oh,
months.
I'm so sorry
that's
to
why,
hear that. Oh.
Yeah, so that's why it was not an easy decision because my parents passed away earlier. So we also don't know when, because the doctors tell us, maybe have to deliver in the 6th month already, on the 24th week. But I was feeling a bit uncomfortable because the thing is that the development of a baby, the organs and all that develop maybe about 6 months. That means about 24, 25, 26 weeks.
Right.
Then after that, then it gets. But the development, that portion is very critical.
Right.
So the doctors also told us is, we can assure of mortality, because of experience, all that, we can make it survive. But they call it the morbidity, whether you will be impaired hearing or whether
something like not fully developed.
Yeah. So it was really, so for me also, I really not really anyone to consult with. So what happened was the last scan delivery where the gynae scan, and then I look at the kidneys and all that, the kidneys and all, something strike me that maybe it's about the time. The doctor can only suggest, but at the end of the day, the final decision rests with the parents when to do the delivery. Then it's a cesarean operation.
Of course.
So then when he was delivered, straight away, it's like, you have intensive care unit for more senior person. Then you got the oxygen, they call it the ventilator, to pump oxygen.
Yes, to help her
then
to
they
breathe.
Then they also have a long line. They have to lay a long line, the feed line to the heart.
Oh my gosh, it must have been so
Yes,
painful,
yes,
man, for you as parents.
Yeah.
Then the other twin was already...
Yeah, when the other thing, actually, when they did the cesarean, I can actually see
the other twin as well,
that's
but
right.
not growing already.
It's already 6 months. It didn't make it already, that's right.
Wow, that must have been a very traumatic time for you and your wife.
That's why very important is when people say congratulations, delivery is really a miracle.
Yeah, it is a miracle. Yes. It is a miracle that you lost one child, which is the boy lah.
Yes.
And then okay. Wow, I'm quite. Oh my gosh. Wow, this is really not easy. Because I'm a parent myself, so I understand the feeling that you had to go through. So how long was she in the intensive care?
3 months.
For 3 months. Oh my goodness, that is really trying.
Yeah. So it's like,
it must be even worse for your wife, right? For the mother,
correct.
She's carrying them and then.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
So that's why, you look at it, the intensive care, she used to go, because the baby can't suck and all that, so they actually got to use a long line. So the express milk is then fed through
the tube.
Yes, that's right. So then it's like she used to go every day during the daytime, and I used to go at night. After.
Wow.
And also, thank God, there was no major complication other than because the lungs are not so mature. So when they pump the oxygen, they need to pump the oxygen. So if they got to calibrate it very well. If they pump too much, it can end up in blindness. Or then for her, actually on her lung, one of the lung, the right side of lung burst.
Oh my God.
So what they got to do, they had to puncture a needle to suck out the air between the rib cage and the lung. Otherwise, so this, I just say thank God, it's a miracle. And the best part is sometimes it's like, it's a miracle when I remember the nurse, when she looking after my daughter, she looked like my mother-in-law, my wife's mom. So sometimes it's like, somebody looking after us.
Wow, I don't blame you for getting emotional. Even just listening to your story, it really moves my heart also. So after that, 3 months later, she was okay lah. She was able to bring her back
Yeah,
lah.
that's right. And the moment you reach your 730 grams, the moment you reach 2 kg, then they discharge
They
you.
allow you to
Yeah, that's right.
discharge her lah.
That's right.
Oh, I see. Okay. Wow. So what is her name?
Her name is Shanti.
Shanti.
Shanti in this thing is peace.
Oh, okay. So do we have a picture of her now?
Yes,
Oh, that's
this
you
is
carrying her.
carrying her.
Oh.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh wow, that was you carrying her at the
Yeah,
hospital.
at,
Is that
KK
time she's
hospital.
going to be discharged already?
Okay, you got two. When she was born, she was at neonatal intensive care.
Uh-huh.
Then after that, about 2 months later, the last month, she moved on to this is the step down care.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah.
At least you are able to smile to see that she has gone
yes,
through
yes.
that very rough patch, But she must be a fighter, Shanti.
Oh,
You
yes,
go,
yes,
girl.
yes. That's the beauty about, they call it preemies, premature. They are
The
real
will to
fighters.
live is very
Yes,
strong,
yes, correct,
Oh
correct.
wow,
Yeah.
goodness gracious. So let's see, what's the next picture you have? Wow, you got one tough little girl, man.
Oh yes, you're right.
Wow,
Yeah.
don't blame me for getting emotional. I mean, you lost her twin brother, right?
Yes. So that's why initially, we had twins, it's quite a pleasant
it's
surprise.
a double blessing, right?
Then after that became one, and then we don't know even the
Whether
one.
she can survive or not. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that's like,
Yeah.
I don't wish this upon anybody, man. But by the grace of God, she survived, and then So what's the next picture we have? Oh my goodness! That's her.
Yes, that's right.
What?
That's
In
right.
how many months?
That means about I can say about 6 months.
6 months, really.
Yeah,
Oh, she's so
yeah,
lovable.
yeah,
My
yeah.
goodness. What, and gain weight and everything,
Yes.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
So my wife also, she used to be teaching. So the moment my first kid came, she stopped working already to look after the kid. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. I hope I get to meet Shanti one day.
Oh, yes.
So the next photo, what's coming up here? Oh, that's a family photo.
Yes.
Okay, lovely. No, your wife is Chinese,
No, she's actually Japanese.
no.
Yeah.
Nihonjin desu ka?
Yeah. So.
Wow. How did you guys meet?
I know the earlier days we don't have all this email and all that. We had the pen pal system.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So you communicated by pen pal?
Yes, because she's able to communicate in English. She studied in US for 1 year.
Oh, I was thinking I thought you could read and write Japanese.
I went to attend a course for 3 months to at least pick up some Japanese. And language, you either use it or lose it.
Correct.
So after that, I didn't really use it so much initially. So now only I can count 1 to 10 in Japanese.
But how did you meet your wife? I mean, the pen pal.
So pen pal. So I knew. We wrote to each other. Then she came over in December 1996.
Oh, that was the first time you met her?
Yeah, met.
Also,
November, because I went for a conference to Korea, South Korea, and then after that I en route to Tokyo. Some of my conference participants were puzzled why after South Korea I went to Tokyo. So I met up with her in November 1996.
I see.
And then after that she came over in December to Singapore.
1 month later.
Then after that we actually subsequently we inquired about the registration of marriage.
Wow, you fast worker.
Yeah. So then after that she came again in February to do the to fill in the particulars and all that. And then her parents they have not gone out of Japan in their lives before.
Your in-laws.
In-laws.
Okay.
So the dad in fact said that you want to meet up with me. So I went over the weekend on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's 3 days only. So I went over to their family. And then I remember, because Japanese are also very close-knit families. She has an elder sister as well, with 2 relatively cute kids that time, 3 and 5 years old at that time.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I clearly remember we had a dinner, and then the mom prepared all those sushi and Japanese dishes and all that. So he had quite a long list of questions. I can understand, because as a dad, marrying out the daughter somewhere overseas, and so he had a long list. He can't speak English very much actually, so my wife had to translate. And then I asked everything about my family, my background, my job and all that. Then I thought, and then we had the dinner and all that. Then the next morning when I came down, they live in a double-story house in Misato City. And the next morning when I come, I saw him polishing my shoes. So
Only he polishing
yeah,
your
I don't
shoes?
know. Yeah, I don't know. Like maybe it's a sign that it's
cultural
part of
thing
the family,
they
a part of
accepted.
family.
Oh,
So
okay.
then I thought maybe I passed the interview already.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So you got married in where, in 97?
97, that's right.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
Also,
okay.
there's also an anecdote because Misaso city is like it takes about 1 hour plus 1.5 hours train ride from Tokyo. So it's more a suburb like kind of.
Right,
So her elder sister got relatively 2 young
Yeah,
children.
you mentioned 3 and 5.
3 and 5 years. So I remember clearly because I was at the second story of their house, and then the 2 young kids ran up the stairs just to see who this person is.
Oh.
And then here is it, the stairs here, and in the room down there, they suddenly stop because they have not seen so many foreigners.
Yes.
You don't see so many in the suburbs.
Yeah.
So they stopped, and then the mom brought them over, and then kids being kids, I bought them, some presents and all that. And then they started drawing and all that. And the innocence of kids, that's the beauty of the innocence. And then they started to play and all that. Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that is such a nice story.
Yeah.
And after that, she moved over to Singapore.
She came
lah.
over to Singapore.
So did you have a celebration in Japan and also one in Singapore?
No. Okay, we had actually a traditional Indian wedding. So where
in Japan?
in Singapore.
In Singapore, okay.
Singapore at St. Vinayagar Temple in Katong. And the unique thing was our side, they were wearing the Indian the sari and the shirts and all that. And then she was also wearing the sari. Her parents, dad, for Japanese they wear the coat.
Yeah.
For the ladies they wear the kimono. So her mom and the sister wore the kimono.
Oh.
Yeah.
I see. So do your I mean, what's your wife's name?
Tamiko.
Tamiko.
Shingu, yeah.
Oh, okay. So your daughters speak Japanese?
Oh yes, they actually is now studying Japanese.
Oh,
Yeah,
so they can speak.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
you go back to Japan, cannot speak to the grandmother
Yes,
and the
yeah.
grandfather.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, let's see what's your next photo that you have here coming up.
Yeah.
Oh, this one was already.
Then do you recognize one person down there?
Yeah, I think it's me. I was the MC.
This
was
is
party launch or?
this was the National Day dinner.
The National Day dinner.
Then you were introducing the CC members of
okay.
Progress
Yeah,
Singapore Party.
because I'm in the media, I MC and all that, so it's a natural thing.
Yeah.
At least I can contribute towards
Yes.
PSP in this way, like
Yes.
MC their events.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So naturally, because you are a finance person, that's why you're also the treasurer
Yes,
of the
yeah.
party.
Yes.
So wow, you have such a story, and I'm sure our viewers have also been moved by the story, especially of your first pair of twins, but
Yes.
at least one of them survived.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
thank you very much
Yeah.
for coming into the studio and sharing with us some very personal stories of you and your family. But before you go, Nalla, I ask every one of your PSP colleagues the same question.
Right.
Can you share with us what are some of your hopes, your dreams, and your aspirations for your own family and for Singapore?
Right.
And also, what made you join PSP?
Right. Actually, what I feel is the way society has evolved, I still have a deep respect for our founding fathers. Despite all odds, they make this country thrive and progress. I just feel slowly after the first generation, second, third, the leadership, they cannot feel the ground, the pain in the ground, especially now. I feel so many of them jobs displaced and all that. Although they are trying to help here and there, but they really don't understand the underlying fears and difficulties they are having. And we as a party, Progress Singapore Party, with Doc, I respect him a lot. In fact, I supported him from 2011, the PE days. I respected him as a person.
Presidential election time.
Yeah, that's right. I respect him as a person because he shows so much humility and genuineness. So we actually supported him, and then as things turn out, in fact, even after 2011, when we were trying for the 2017, we in fact prepared very well for the 2017 in very early days already. But maybe because we prepared so well, I don't know, the rules of the game will change. But now maybe it's a blessing in disguise. Maybe it has a bigger landscape to transform Singapore. So I joined Progress Singapore Party because I believe in Dr. Tan's ideals. He wants to build a more compassionate society, and also we just don't think of ourselves but for the future of Singapore. So we want to uplift the lives of all Singaporeans, not only certain segment of society, and we want to build a united and a democratic society for all.
Thank you very much there, Nallakaruppan. So folks, once again, Nalla, his full name is Nallakaruppan, we call him Nalla for short. So thank you for coming into the studio to share some really very personal information about some of the trauma that you all went through. But your girl is still alive and doing well. I'm so happy and blessed. You got two
that's
girls, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and also for you it's a surprise to know that you have a Japanese wife. Okay,
Yeah.
so thank you for coming in, and also to all our viewers, I hope you were moved by the story of the kind of pain and agony and everything that they go through, hoping that the second twin could survive the whole experience. So we have come to the end, and we'll be interviewing another few more PSP colleagues of yours as well. So till the next show that we are going to be able to bring to you, it is time for us to say goodbye, and thank you for watching. Bye.
Thanks, Craig, for the wonderful interview.
Thank you, Nalla. Bye-bye.